Did they do an autopsy on Dr. Bolet?
No. Given Bruno's advanced age and the absence of any indication of foul play, an autopsy was
there's
deemed
no evidence
unnecessary,
left.
and the body was cremated according to Bruno's wishes.
Of course. Oh, he's probably
Did
in a
Dr.
jar
Bolet
somewhere
ever say
in the
anything to you
mansion.
about
Yeah.
owning a crystal skull?
Why, yes.
There's plenty
Yes,
of
he
jars.
did.
I'm sure you'll find
In
them
fact,
sooner
he
or
showed
later.
it to me once. Said it had magical powers. Said owning it was going to allow him to live forever. I thought it was utter nonsense and told him so. Well, he didn't appreciate that at all. Refused to talk to me for a full 2 weeks.
What'd the skull look like?
It was quite beautiful, actually. Life-size, perfect in form and clarity, like a diamond almost. Tell me, Miss Bess, what do you know about that crystal skull?
This friend of mine, who is also a friend of Henry Bolet, you know, Dr. Bolet's great-nephew. Anyway, while she was visiting Henry, she saw this book in Bruno's library about the legendary crystal skulls and was kind of intrigued and thought that since Henry said that you were pretty much Bruno's only friend, maybe Bruno had said
Yeah,
something to
she's
you
weird.
about it, and as it turns out, he had. That's all I know.
I see. Well, much as
Did
I'd
you catch
like
all
to
that?
believe that skull holds the key to
Hopefully
immortality,
you
I'm
can
afraid
understand very
Bruno's
fast words.
passing proves it's worthless. Although it would make an attractive paperweight, as I recall. Tell your friend not to give it another thought.
Dr. Bolet's housekeeper says you just happened to walk in just as he was having his heart attack. Is that true?
Indeed it is. I hadn't seen him for a while, so I picked that day to pay him a visit. I walked up to the front door, found it unlocked as usual, opened it, and there he was, lying on the floor in obvious distress. The next thing I know, his housekeeper came running in and started shrieking and carrying on, until finally I sent her out of the room so she could summon an ambulance, and I could once again hear myself think. Well, let's see. Then I knelt down and saw that he wasn't breathing. So I pulled him away from the doorway so I'd have more room to work on him, and began chest compressions. I continued until the medics arrived, but nothing they did made a difference either.
Was Dr. Bolet unconscious the whole time?
Yes, he was.
Can you remember anything that might indicate what he was doing by the front door? I mean, had he just come in from a walk? Was he wearing a hat? Was he holding anything? Had he dropped something? An
See, those are
umbrella,
actually good investigative
sunglasses?
questions.
Wait.
Yeah, Bess is actually pretty good.
Why, yes. Yes, he was holding something. A piece of paper. And on the floor next to him was an envelope. He must have collapsed while reading a letter.
Do you know what happened to it?
Now, I know the letter was no longer in Bruno's hand when the paramedics arrived, so perhaps he released the letter when I moved him. And yet, I do not recall seeing it on the
Guana took
floor
it.
when they wheeled him out the door.
Of course.
Iggy.
What's icky?
Iggy. Iggy is an iguana Bruno befriended, then turned loose in his home. It soon developed the annoying habit of stealing paper and stockpiling it in the vent system.
Are you saying an iguana made off with the letter Bruno had been reading?
It would not have been the first time a missing document ended up in Iggy's possession. Renee would periodically call me saying the lizard had absconded with one of Bruno's prescriptions and would I please
He
write
likes
her up a
paper. Why does he
replacement.
steal his prescriptions?
In any case, Bruno
Yeah,
would
the actual paper
train
prescription
Iggy,
that you take
said he
into the
taught
doctor
Iggy
to
retrieve the things
get
it
the
had
actual medication.
Do you think it's possible that Renee caused Dr. Bolet's death by, say, hoarding the pills from those missing prescriptions and
Now that's a
giving
little
them to
obvious.
Renee
We'll
at
just be
once?
blunt.
Had he died of an overdose of the medications I had prescribed, the manner of his death would have been quite different. But he died of a heart attack. Of that, I am certain. However, I know for a fact that Renee is deeply involved in the practice of voodoo. And as Bruno's housekeeper, she had ample opportunity to use it against my poor old friend.
You're not serious.
Young lady, never, ever underestimate the power of suggestion. If a person believes in something, even on a subconscious level, fantasy can easily become fact. And who knows what rubbish Renee filled Bruno's mind with? Drink this, don't eat that, This brings good luck, that brings bad, day in and day out, even if he said he didn't believe a word of it. Who knows how much his subconscious was absorbing? He was very old and vulnerable. So could Renee,
So Renee
have
is the
caused
villain,
Bruno
basically.
to have that fatal heart
It's
attack?
looking like that.
There's not a doubt in my mind she could indeed.
Thanks for your time.
It's been a pleasure, I assure you.
Oh, I'm sure it has.
Of course.
Hello?
Pick up your
Hi,
phone,
Nancy.
Nancy.
Okay, here's what's been happening in my end. And that's pretty much it.
So why do we
Good
have the
work.
cab
I'll take it from
company
here.
number?
Thanks again.
Good luck. Bye.
Just for looks? Maybe?
Because if Nancy refuses to leave the mansion, what the spooky number? Nancy Drew games have the weirdest soundtracks.
Okay, so now we have to find the ventilating system.
Oh yeah, where the iguana was absconding with stuff. Upstairs in the... No, we don't want that. The only place I can figure would be upstairs in that empty room, maybe?
Maybe.
Because...
She did lock it.
Oh. How did she get past us? There's something. Wall can't exactly do anything
Maybe
with
it's
it.
dust.
Oh yeah, there's a secret. That probably leads into Renee's room.
Yeah.
Can't move the bed. There's probably a vent under there. So we have to use the key again. Is there anything ventilation-ish like, aside from the magic voodoo words? I'm seeing a disturbing lack of ventilation in this house.
Yeah. Where's the fresh air coming from?
Probably is not.
That's true. Could be true. Maybe that's why the housekeeper is hallucinating.
And why the entire house is
Falling apart.
shifting and squeaking, and maybe the Skeletor man was just a hallucination because he didn't have enough fresh air.
Yeah.
So I am like quite literally not seeing any ventilation
Something about ventilation.
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Nope.
I'll check back with you later.
Sounds good.
Okay. So it'd have to be on the floor, right?
Not necessarily.
I can't look up there. The iguana was on the bookshelf. This one. But now there's nothing. And can't do anything with the teeth because we don't have any sort of clue how that works. And there's... So you can't go to the left, you can
Hello
go to the
again.
right.
I'll see you later. Take care, hon.
Okay. Let's try this room again.
Can you look at the fireplace anymore?
Nope. Can't do anything with the fireplace. Can't do anything with that. Can look at the model, but that's whatever. Can't look at that anymore. All the places where there would be ventilation.
There is none.
There's nothing even on the running boards here. I want to go back. Yeah, I don't think this house has any ventilation.
Maybe it's hidden behind the secret passage.
That's the only ventilation there in the entire house is the secret passage.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe that's why so many people got murdered or something with the whispers, huh?
Everyone
Whisper.
went insane
Yeah.
and murdered each other.